The CBO yesterday said that the budget deficit totaled 1.7 trillion, which is an increase from 300 billion from last year. Why did the deficit increase if the U.S. economy is doing so well, as President Biden has said?
So a couple of things. As you know, the president has, when it comes to the deficit, he has done a record amount of work in reducing the deficit, as you just laid out. One of the things that we have seen is that congressional Democrats continue to do the trickle-down economics, which we know it doesn't work, right? You've heard us call Meganomics, right? And so it has increased the deficit. It has increased even more than it was anticipated. And so this is what we believe is Meganomics deficit. And the reason why, just a couple of things to lay out here, if you think about the Republican tax cuts, they are responsible for about 90% of the increase in the debt as a share of the economy, and that's over the last 2 decades, right? This is for some time now. And that's including that one-time emergency spending. And so if you look at 2023, the increase, as you just laid out, the falling tax revenue caused 63% of the increase in the deficit, and the non-interest spending was not responsible for the increase in the deficit in 2023, but it's causing just 6% of the increase. So that's how we see this, the numbers from the CBO. That's how we kind of break it down. That's how it's been broken down, and how we see why the deficit has increased. Again, this is decades and decades. If you think about it, of trickle-down economics that just doesn't work. It doesn't work, and we see that in the numbers from yesterday. Okay.
House Republicans are suggesting that another CR bill could be needed, potentially into next year. Would the president support such a bill and delaying this appropriations process again?
I'm not going to get ahead or get into the hypotheticals of how Congress is doing their business. Obviously, the House Republicans have to figure out who's going to be the next leader. As the president said, he doesn't have a vote in that. They have to make that decision as they're moving forward in figuring that out. But what we want to see happening is that we want the House and Congress to get back to work, so that we can deliver for the American people. I'm not going to get into hypotheticals, not going to get into their process here, but certainly they're trying to figure it out right now.
This is crazy news. Things are beginning to change. The high cost of food is beginning to increase worries in Congress. Just a few weeks ago, several new changes to monthly benefits were enacted into law, but many are now pushing for the Biden administration and lawmakers to boost benefits for all recipients. I'll be covering everything that you need to know, so please make sure, friends, that you watch until the end of this video, especially if you receive monthly benefits. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing winners for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. U.S. producer prices increased more than expected in September amid higher costs for energy products and food. But underlying inflation pressures at the factory gate continued to subside. A pickup in oil prices, which reached the highest level in over a year in September, is threatening months of progress in taming producer inflation. Fed officials have been alluding to another pause at their next meeting, as a recent surge in bond yields may substitute for additional interest rate hikes, while still stressing that borrowing costs will stay elevated for some time. At the end of February, a crisis-era boost to SNAP benefits ended, and millions of Americans lost a chunk of their food budgets. Anti-hunger advocates say the loss, combined with inflation and higher food prices, makes the so-called benefits cliff even more precarious than usual. Benefits cliff is essentially when someone receives public benefits that could be SNAP, WIC, childcare, Medicare from the U.S. government, And maybe they get a better job that pays more, or they get promoted, and then they find out they make too much money to receive the benefits that they were receiving. They make more money, but they're not making enough money to sustain themselves or their families. According to analysts, it's not just food that's more expensive. It's utilities, it's rent, and gasoline prices. Some of those things have come down a little bit from earlier this year or last year, but you still see that sort of consistent looming high cost of food, which is very difficult for households who are already not making enough money. But the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services is taking action and getting the word out about major changes for SNAP. So in short, SNAP benefits are being increased. There are changes to income limits, and there is also an upcoming planned EBT outage. Every year, SNAP benefits are adjusted for inflation. The increased amounts go into effect for 12 months, starting October 1st. According to the state Food and Nutrition Service, annually evaluates SNAP's income eligibility standards, the maximum thrifty food plan, and the minimum benefit amount. These mass grant changes will benefit all SNAP recipients. SNAP benefit levels may increase as a result of these updates, and no one will experience a decrease in benefits. Now, the maximum monthly income for households will be increased. For example, the maximum monthly income for a household size of 4 is currently $4,144 in Pennsylvania. However, this number may vary from state to state. Dear friends, if you receive SNAP benefits, has your benefits been reduced or increased? Please let me know in the comments section below. Federal lawmakers have also called for the passage of a measure to ensure college students can receive access to SNAP benefits. The measure, backed by U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, would expand SNAP benefits to all college students who are attending 2- and 4-year universities on a part-time basis or need more to meet traditional income and eligibility requirements. Senator Gillibrand said, "The EATS Act would eliminate work for food barriers for low-income students and ensure that as many as 4 million college students nationwide can access the SNAP benefits needed to learn and thrive. College students should never have to choose between food and their education. The time to act is now." Senator Gillibrand's office estimated 290,000 college students in New York would be newly eligible for SNAP benefits if this measure is approved. The proposal has a backing of New York lawmakers, including State Senator Liz Krueger and Assemblymember Linda Rosenthal. Rosenthal is backing a measure to address hunger on college campuses. She has said recently, with rising rents, inflated grocery costs, and stagnant wages, far too many young adults in New York State and across the country are attending school on empty stomachs or working multiple jobs to make ends meet. Dear friends, should college students be able to receive SNAP benefits? Please let me know in the comment section below. Well, my beautiful and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dear friends, thank you very much for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, every Friday I will be announcing new winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Please make sure, friends, that you enter these giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you, dear friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.